Ozman.
Hi, Heelsy. What are we going to do today?
Good question. We are going to learn how to problem solve.
That's cool. I've got one right now. I've lost my smartphone charger.
That's not even a problem. It's in your backpack, as usual.
Oh, sugar. I forgot to look over there.
So, we've already applied one of the tips to seek advice from a friend.
In general, the ability to solve problems individually turns a person into an adult. In our everyday life, even at school, we are constantly faced with certain problems and tasks that need to be solved.
And for successful problem solving, you need to identify the problem, build a multi-staged action plan, and then take action. It's something you can always learn. For example, you could ask your parents or teachers for advice. They can teach you how to solve problems properly.
Don't be shy about asking questions. Even adults are influenced by emotions and sometimes do not know how to react to this or that problem. And they make decisions that only complicate things. In this case, emotions work against them. They draw attention to themselves and force us to act unwisely. Therefore, it is important to nurture your emotions and train yourself to keep them in check. The main key is to be able to observe them all the time. Then they can't confuse you.
What's the problem-solving skill anyway?
A lot of things. Emotional development, intellectual development, building more effective relationships, resolving conflicts with words, listening skills, and building self-confidence.
To solve problems, we can use creative thinking for a non-standard approach, as well as critical thinking to analyze a situation and find a solution system based on life experience.
What can we recommend to the kids for solving their problems?
Learn to observe your thoughts and emotions. Make sure they don't complicate things, but on the contrary, help with them.
And you can write down and try every kind of advice.
When something happens, take it easy. Don't get upset. Just sit down and try to ask yourself, what's bothering me? What's the reason for this? What can I do to solve this problem? How can I prevent the situation from happening again in the future?
We also said that you could always ask your parents or teacher for advice. They will help you think flexibly and freely to learn to look at the problem from different perspectives. Try to go through the standard solutions and try to find a non-standard solution. It may be even easier. This approach will stimulate both creative and critical thinking.
After forming a detailed plan of action, put it into effect. This is a key step to problem solving.
Heelsy, let's give an example. Let's say you've had a conflict with a boyfriend or girlfriend.
For reconciliation, you need to be the first to approach them, whether you're right or not. And when discussing this conflict, be as calm and friendly as possible.
To find out what's troubling them in this situation, listen carefully. Then tell them your position. Then try to come up with a compromise for both of you, satisfying both sides.
And then you can go to the movies or play a fun game.
It doesn't mean you have to act like that. It's just one option. There may be several solutions and you can come up with something suitable for you.
And it's also important not to repeat actions that cause problems. Learn from your mistakes. And even better, learn from other people's mistakes.
Also, improve your problem-solving skills and try and find new solutions if the usual ones fail. After all, there's always something new to learn.
And to make it easier to identify the root of the problem, try to put yourself in the position of other people who have problems. And sometimes you can even solve a problem before it occurs.
Do not resist internal emotions. Be open. Accept what you have as your own choice. Resistance takes the energy needed to solve the problem. With acceptance, it will be much easier to solve any problem.
Humanity constantly solves problems, big and small ones. In a world of everyday complexities, constant changes, and contradictions, problem solving is a skill comparable in importance to breathing. Following the recommendations given above will help you learn this skill.
And remember that any problem can be solved. And if you can't solve it, then it's not a problem anymore. See you soon.